Chapter 1. The Room. You've walked into 1,000 times. Every man has lived this moment. You walk into a room. It could be a coffee shop on a slow afternoon. The air smells of espresso and baked bread. Music hums in the background. You glance around, maybe to find a seat, maybe to look for someone you know. And then, you see her. She hasn't noticed you yet, but in seconds she will. Now she looks up, just for a second, and something happens, something you felt before. Sometimes her face warms instantly. There's a hint of curiosity in her eyes. Her posture shifts. Sometimes the reaction is colder. A quick glance away, or nothing at all, like you're invisible. And you tell yourself, it's random, just her mood, just circumstance. But it's not random. It's never random. The moment her eyes meet yours, she is not just seeing you, she's reading you. And what she reflects back is not about luck. It's not about magic. It's the mirror effect, her subconscious mind giving you a live readout of your current internal state. Once you understand this, everything changes, because the game stops being about chasing reactions and starts being about mastering the man in the mirror. Chapter 2, The Silent Language. She speaks fluently. Here's the truth most men never hear. She begins forming her opinion of you before you say a single word. Her brain is scanning for signals, faster than your conscious mind can process. It's not calculated. It's instinct. This is human nature, sharpened by biology. She notices your posture before she notices your face. She picks up on your breathing rate before she registers what you're wearing. The way your eyes move, steady or darting, tells her more about your state than any clever sentence could. And the wild part? You can't fake this for long, because your body language is a loudspeaker for your inner reality. If your morning was chaotic, if your thoughts are anxious, if you've been buried in self-doubt, it's there in the way your shoulders sit, in the way your voice carries, in the way you stand still, or shift nervously. Women have been honing this skill for thousands of years, not for fun, but for survival. They are masters at detecting what a man is really feeling beneath what he's saying. You might think you're masking it. She already knows. Chapter 3. The lie that keeps men weak. From the moment you were old enough to notice girls, the world has been running the same message in your ears. If you want her attention, you need more. More muscles, more money, more status, more clothes, more followers. And while these things can draw eyes, they do nothing to hold respect if the man inside is empty. It's why we've all seen him. The guy with the perfect car, the tailored suit, the social media photos that scream I've made it, who in person feel hollow, like the set of a movie with no building behind the facade. In the moment she senses it, her reflection shifts. The curiosity fades. The respect slips. The cruel irony is that chasing externals without fixing your foundation makes you more insecure, not less. Because now, you're not only afraid of losing her, you're terrified of losing the things you think are keeping her there, which means you've made yourself a prisoner in your own performance. Chapter 4. The mirror effect defined. So what exactly is the mirror effect? It's the reality that her reaction to you is a reflection of your internal state, not your height, not your clothes, not your bank account. Those can influence first impressions, yes, but they are nothing compared to the deep, subconscious energy she feels from you. If you are grounded, confident, and moving with purpose, you will see warmth in her eyes, a softness in her tone, and a willingness to stay in your orbit. If you are insecure, seeking approval, or lost in your own head, you will see disinterest, short answers, and distance. And it happens in seconds. This is why you can talk to two women on the same day, say the exact same words, and get completely different results, because the real difference wasn't in them. It was in you. Chapter 5. The Story of Daniel. Let me give you a real-world example. I once worked with a man named Daniel. On paper, Daniel was what many men would envy. Early 30s, athletic build, good career, solid circle of friends. But he couldn't connect with women the way he wanted. Conversations fizzled. Interest died out quickly, and every rejection felt like proof that something was missing in him. Daniel believed the problem was surface level. He thought a new haircut, a different style, maybe even a more expensive car, would change everything. But when I met him in person, I saw the truth within 5 minutes. His words were fine. His energy wasn't. His shoulders curled forward slightly, as if apologizing for existing. His laughs came too quickly, like he feared silence. He nodded too much, like he was trying to win agreement, instead of standing in his own truth. And this is the key. Women felt that instantly, not consciously, instinctively. And their reaction, their mirror, was simply reflecting that lack of centeredness back at him. So we stripped it all back. No pickup lines, no tricks, just rebuilding the foundation. 3 months of working on posture, breathing, slowing down his speech, holding stillness in his body, and, most importantly, anchoring his sense of worth in something other than a woman's reaction. When Daniel came back to me weeks later, he told me something fascinating. The same women who barely looked at me before are now holding conversations with me for half an hour. And I'm saying less than ever. That's the mirror effect in motion. Chapter 6. The 3 pillars of the inner stronghold. If you want to change the reflection, you must change the source. That means building what I call the inner stronghold, the fortress inside you that no opinion, no rejection, no challenge can shake. And every fortress is built on 3 pillars. Pillar 1, self-awareness. This is the cornerstone. You must know yourself better than anyone else knows you. Your strengths, your weaknesses, your patterns, your triggers. Weak men avoid looking at themselves because they're afraid of what they'll find. Strong men stare into the mirror and confront every crack in their armor. Self-awareness turns every flaw into a choice. Fix it or own it. Pillar 2, emotional regulation. This is the ability to remain calm when tested. To not flinch when she throws a subtle jab or questions your value. To not rise to every provocation. Women test not because they're cruel, but because they want to feel the steadiness of a man who can weather a storm. Emotional regulation tells her, and the world, that you cannot be rattled. Pillar 3, authentic purpose. Without a purpose, you will orbit her. You will measure your worth by her reaction. And the moment her interest dips, your confidence collapses. But when you live for something greater, a mission, a vision, a standard you refuse to compromise, you stop being a man who seeks approval, and you become a man who attracts respect by default. Chapter 7. Projection versus embodiment. Here's where most men fail. They try to project confidence they haven't earned. They memorize the right words, copy the right posture, and put on the right expressions. And for a while, it can work, like holding your breath underwater. But sooner or later, the cracks show. The projection collapses because it's not rooted in truth. Embodiment is different. It's the quiet confidence that comes from actually doing the work. The man who has built himself from the ground up doesn't need to posture or prove. He doesn't need to speak loudly to be heard. His presence is felt without effort. She can sense it. Others can sense it. And because it's real, it cannot be taken away. Chapter 8. Recognizing the shift in her reflection. When you start doing this work, you'll notice changes. Small at first, then impossible to ignore. She holds your gaze a second longer. Her tone softens. She moves closer when she speaks. She mirrors your body language without even realizing it. And these cues aren't just for women. Men will start treating you differently too. More respect in your conversations. More trust in your leadership. This is the mirror shifting. Not because you begged for it. Not because you manipulated it. But because your presence has changed. And presence cannot be faked for long. It must be earned. Chapter 9. The continuous journey of self-mastery. Here's the part that separates the men who rise from the men who fade. They understand this is not a one-time project. Inner game is never complete. It's a discipline, daily, deliberate, and relentless. Some days you'll feel unshakable. Other days, life will put your frame to the test. But every challenge you pass fortifies a stronghold. The compounding effect is real. A year from now, the man you see in the mirror will be almost unrecognizable compared to the one who started this path. And the reflection you get from the world, from women, from peers, from opportunities, will confirm it. Chapter 10. The final challenge. So here's your choice. Keep chasing the reflection, or become the man worth reflecting. You can spend your life adjusting the image in the mirror, or you can rebuild the man standing in front of it. Attraction isn't magic, it's physics. She reflects the energy you give her. The world reflects the man you are. If you want a better response, you must become a better source. You are the cause. Her reaction is the effect, and the man who masters himself never fears the mirror again.